Hello everyone, welcome back, and hope your day's going great, or your week I should say. Hopefully you resellers are hustling. Today I wanted to make a video about the pros and cons, in my opinion, of reselling on eBay or Mercari, Poshmark, wherever. I mostly say eBay because a lot of you are coming from eBay, but you could also be cross-posting on Poshmark, Mercari, especially for like thrifting stuff like clothes or, you know, suitcases, I don't know, like whatever. Okay, so let's get started. I'll start off with the pros because I feel like these pros are pretty good. The first pro I want to talk about is quick, easy cash, or money, I should say. When I started doing this part-time, or when I started even selling anything on eBay, I was so surprised that you can literally sell anything that you want. Even if you want to make $2, $3, a buck, like you can sell anything that you want. It will sell. Some things will take a lot longer and some things will just sell too fast that you're like, whoa, I just listed this. Maybe I should have increased my price. So that's why I do it part-time, and I do it like when, you know, I just want to make extra cash, and with that extra cash I pay my gas, you know, so it's not something that I do full-time, but I do like having that extra cash, and I do like hearing that eBay notification. It's like, because you're like, yes, you know, so but yeah, it's easy, it's fast, anybody can do it. I know people that are doing it that are 12 years old, and I know people that are doing it that are like 60 years old. So if you feel like you're stuck, or if you feel like you're not sure how you could be making money, I totally recommend eBay. And there are so many videos and so many resources on how to start selling on eBay. So totally recommend it for everybody. But yeah, that's one of my pros. That's one of my pros. Another really good pro is that if you are looking into entrepreneurship as a whole, like say you see yourself making $1 million someday, it is totally possible by starting on eBay. Whether or not that is with eBay, starting with eBay is always a great foot in the door, or whatever you want to call it, to make a bunch of money later on in life. You'll just learn so much about making money. You learn so much about inventory, about logistics, and all these other things, depending on like what you're trying to like do. But it just gives you a really great opportunity to find other paths in entrepreneurship. So for example, my husband, Matt, he started selling on eBay a long time ago. He was reselling phones, and then he decided he's going to start his own product, and then he started selling that on eBay, which turned into Amazon, and then he started selling on Amazon, and Amazon led him to other businesses. Like there's just always another step ahead that you can do, and there are so many different paths. You don't feel like you have to be stuck on eBay forever. So that's why I always tell everyone that if you want to make quick cash, which I said is my first pro, you gotta like get into eBay, so that gives you a lot of different opportunities later on when you're like getting sick of it, I guess. Another pro, I'm gonna make this video very quick, is especially if you're selling clothes or something like that, or suitcases, which I mentioned earlier, or just, I don't know, used stuff, you can definitely wear them yourself. Like I have worn clothes that I've thrifted, and then once I'm done with them, I make sure that they're still in really great condition, and then I sell them, and then I make my money back. So no matter what, you can make your money back. So if you buy a pair of jeans that don't sell, you can always sell them for $7 and maybe you lose $1, but at least you're not losing like hundreds of dollars, you know? So it's like kind of like less risky than many other types of like Amazon or something, or wholesaling. I don't know. It depends on the situation, I guess. But for me, I like having the opportunity to like wear something and then it sells, and then I just wash it and then I make sure it's still like in great condition, and then I sell it. I really like that pro. I really like that one. Now I'm going to be talking about the cons. So these are all based on my personal experience. You all might have different experiences, but these are just mine. Just throwing that out there, just in case you guys are like, that's not what happened, or no. These are just my personal experiences. Remember, I do not sell full time, but I do this on the side. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I swear it's my number one. This is just me personally. I'm just crazy about minimalism, and I'm crazy about like keeping things decluttered and just not having too many of some things, or having piles of things, or just like not knowing what to do, these little knickknacks, souvenirs, whatever, is the clutter. the clutter is where I kind of stop right there. So I noticed that when I was thrifting a lot and picking up stuff, you know, that I wanted to sell or saw opportunity there, I noticed I was piling up. It was piling up in my closet. And every time I go into my closet, I'm looking at that pile like, oh my gosh, like I need to either list this stuff or like just get rid of it. Like I don't care if I lose money. But I ended up selling all that stuff or giving it away because it's been listed for like a year and it's not moving and it's already at like, you know, way less money than I anticipated I would make from. So I ended up just giving it away or sell. I started putting them on Facebook Marketplace for a lot cheaper. People will just come in with cash and give you like $5 for it. So I like made up for what I almost lost. But yeah, that's one thing I can't do is just that clutter. I don't know. It's the clutter. I don't like the clutter. I'm crazy. I guess I'm crazy. Just all that. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm not that crazy. I just prefer to have a very clean, a very clean and organized. And I just feel like I can't do that with eBay. There's just too many things going in and out and stuff. So you have to wash this. You have to, maybe there's a little stain on it. You have to take off or something like. And there's just too many things going on with eBay. The other con is keeping the inventory in check. I also mentioned this in my other video, but I'm gonna mention it now because it is really important. At the end of the year, if you've sold some things, you do have to pay for taxes because it doesn't get accounted for, at least not for a lot of things, you know. Well, it just doesn't if you're self-employed or if you're doing this. But so making sure that your inventory is in check. It's kind of tedious and kind of annoying, but you do have to keep track of it so that you know what you bought it for, what you sold it for, how much money you made, and like how much you owe at the end, you know. And also it's good to keep track of them just so that you know like what's working and what's not. You know, maybe you thought jeans was gonna do really well online, but then the specific brand isn't doing well enough. It's like you're not gonna buy it anymore, right? So I like to, you should keep inventory in check or like at least keep track of it. And that's one of the tedious things about selling on eBay. You just have to make sure you're doing everything correctly, or you have to make sure you're, I don't know, keeping everything organized, I guess. And we're not all good at organization, and it is like, doing homework, but whatever. That's just the job, right? Okay, my last con, and then it's over, I promise, because I don't like to keep long videos, is there's a lot of hustling, dude. There's a hustle. I remember Matt driving like an hour just to pick up a phone that he was gonna resell and make like $200 on. And that's a great margin, but when you're doing what I'm doing, like with clothes, it's like not worth driving too far out for them. There are the bins, like the Goodwill bins that's the other thing. This is the hustle and the digging. It's like you have to dig through these bins and like swim in them so you can find that one thing that you're gonna make like a good amount on. So that's one thing that's kind of annoying, is like you have to do that. Some people really like it and that's great, but I'm not someone that can do that like every day. You know, I've seen some ladies out there just every morning, just out there waiting for the next bin, and I'm like, can't do this. But you know, some people have to make money, and that's how they start, and I'm very happy and proud of them, because it's not something everybody does, you know. So I think it's really cool. It's very niche of them and just out of the box. They get to take care of their kids as they're waiting there with the bins, you know. But for me, it's just not for me. Like I can't dig through the bins. I get lazy, or I'm just like, oh my god, I'm over this. I want to go get a smoothie or something. Yeah, those are my pros and my cons. I know there are hundreds of other ones that you guys can think of, and if you guys can think of anything, you know, worthy, you can put it down in the comments and I will respond to them, or we can start a discussion about like why this pro or this con is good for selling on eBay. But yeah, thanks for all the eBay feedback and all that. I hope that you guys liked all the videos I've been making with eBay. Again, I don't do it full time, I just do it part time, and I'm really happy with the way that I'm doing it. I will find little things here and there that are worth selling, and if I'm gonna, you know, we all have our own strategies, and we all should just, you know, work together to help everybody out and create a bigger business for everybody, because we're all in this together, you know. Without eBay, what would we be doing? So thank you, eBay, and thank you, Mercari and Poshmark and Amazon and all these other platforms that we are allowed to do this. I think, you know, it's creating jobs everywhere for people who thought that they didn't have any opportunities. So, but yeah, I will see you guys next time, and have a great week, or have a good, I don't know when I'll see you guys next, but I promise it won't be as long as my other videos. All right.